Faleigh, thank you so much for being with us today and sitting in the hot seat. Now, you're a dad of 6. How old are your kids?
Well, okay, actually, I have 6 plus 3 more. So I have 9 kids. I got 3 kids. I adopt 3 kids, orphans in Bandung. So I have 9 altogether.
Because you had too much time on your hands? Or...
Yes.
Well, I love kids. And I miss my daughter. So I adopt 3 more daughters in Bandung.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about the kids in Bandung. Like how does that work?
Well, I've been doing a lot of philanthropic work for the past 10 years. Some of the project that we do is helping orphanage houses to be independent. So just helping my friends out. So he owns the orphanage houses. He have hundreds of kids. So adopting 3 and taking care of them monthly is a lot of help for him. So, and plus I love kids. So I adopt 3 girls there. So.
My goodness. Okay.
Right. So how does that? I mean, they still live at the orphanage, or do they live?
Yeah. They have a sponsorship program. So you adopt the kids. So
right. I see.
You're sponsoring them.
Okay.
And how old are they?
15, 14, 17.
Wow.
Okay, right. Teenagers. Good luck, my friend. All right. And what about the other 6? Walk us through those and their ages.
Yeah. My first is a son. I have my first is son. It's a boy. 14 now. My daughter 8 years old. My son 7. I got a twin boy 6 years old. And a 7.5-year-old baby.
Wow.
7.5 months old. Sorry.
That's amazing that you remember all that. Give the man a prize.
I know. I can't tell you.
Santa Claus, you have to remember the names.
Well, actually, you've done really well, Faleigh, because like most of the dads we speak to and most of the parents I know who have more than 2 kids, loads of mistakes in ages and which one comes first and names. And even my mom used to call us an abbreviation of all of our names together when she was trying to call us because she, would get mixed up. So well done you.
No, I'm envy my friend who have the orphanage house here, but one of them have 150 kids and he remember every name.
How?
Love, man, love.
That's amazing.
I love that. Okay. Now, 4 of your children live with you, but your first 2 live with their mum, who's your ex-wife. How often do you get to see those 2?
Earlier when I left her, the kids went with me, and then about a year later, my ex-wife took the kids and didn't give me back, except for my son who was still with me.
Wait, what do you mean didn't give you back?
Long story.
Oh, I see.
So,
I see. Okay.
Yeah, then we have a court case. We have custody battle, but then unfortunately, when I was trying to get my daughter back, the interim temporary custody was given to my ex-wife, and I have to surrender my son to her when he was 8.5, nearly 9.
Right.
So since then, I only see them twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 days in a month, 24 days in a year. It goes on for 3 years. Then 4 years ago, I don't see them anymore.
Wow.
So you haven't seen either of your first 2 children for 4 years?
Yeah, but my daughter, somehow I managed to talk to my ex, and I miss her so much. And my son don't want to see me, but managed to convince my ex to have lunch with my daughter. And we had about an hour lunch 3 months ago. After 4 years, I didn't see her. But it was 4 months ago. But after that, that's it.
What was the lunch like? I mean, was it awkward?
It was very happy for me because I didn't see her for 4 years. I missed 4 of her birthdays and everything else. It's very sad for me because me and my kids, we have this Ribina's moment where when they see each other, we're like running and hugging each other, and all my kids does that, and we do that. But that was the first time when she see me, she actually don't no emotion whatsoever, and and throughout the lunch, we were just looking at her plates and so on. So
Must have been difficult for her. Obviously, it's been 4 years.
It was difficult for her because yes, because of 4 years, and she was basically forced to come. So it was both. It was a mixed feeling, but I was very happy.
All right.
Have you had any, phone contact with her since then, since that lunch, or was it just that one time and then that's it?
Well, for the past 4 years, every time I tried, after 30 times, maybe my ex will call me back at 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night, just minutes before she go to sleep, and she will call me and say, "Papa, don't disturb me. I'm going to sleep." Or sometimes in the day, if I manage to talk to her, after many tries, of course, she will always tell me for the past 4 years, "Pa, I told you not to call me anymore. Don't disturb me."
Wow.
Yeah, but it was not like that 3 years ago and all this while.
Right.
What changed?
Well, my ex likes to say that she had grown up and know about things, and I keep on asking, what is the thing? Whatever between us is between us. Don't disturb the child's mind growing up. She was a very, very bubbly person. She was very friendly. She loved to play with her little brothers. 4 years ago, the twins were just 2 years old, so just beautiful age to play around with. And a loving sister, a loving person. But after that, it's just changed. Like, I'm talking to a different person. Then when I met her finally after 4 years, it's just a different person altogether. So
are you saying that there's been some external influence?
Well, obviously, because those things that she said to me quite nasty, and it's not coming out from a kid.
Right.
So it sounds like, okay, like she's repeating stuff she's heard.
Oh yeah, including my son as well. So.
Okay.
How does this arrangement affect you as their father?
It's tough. It's very tough. I've not been sleeping well for the past 8 years because I love my kids. My son and my daughter, they had about 6-year gap because just before I left my ex-wife, we had so many problems and so on. So for 6 years of my life with my son, we were very, very close, and he was my hero. So we go out everywhere, and we love to play games together. In fact, I even skipped his school to go out to game competition and game video games conference.
So you were buddies.
Well, in that case, I'm a bad parent maybe, but it was a nice big video game conference in Jakarta, and I always go there. So he came with me. So we are a brother. We are brothers. We are friends. We go along pretty well, and this guy is a talkative guy. He grew up in a Punjabi family, so he loved, and my ex is Indian, so we watch Bollywood movie together, all this stuff. So we do so many things together. So when this thing happened, it really took a toll on me. I was depressed. I'm still depressed. Talking about it is just making me more crazy, but hence, but sadness sometimes gives motivation. So hence why what I'm doing now. So
right.
Yeah.
How does this affect you as a dad to the 4 that are with you? This sort of hole that's inside of you, for want of a better word.
Yeah, I was not being fair to my 4 kids with my current marriage now, because when I had them for only every alternate weeks, happiness only comes when my 2 kids came. In terms of my happiness, of course, I love all my kids, but it's just not complete. And the sadness not about me missing my kids, is about my little heroes asking where's their abang and where's their kakak.
Right.
And they don't understand whenever the abang and kakak came, especially the abang came, and after one day, the abang have to leave, and especially when they want to follow me to send to the abang's mother's house, they were crying from the house all the way in the car, and all of them are crying until even my son told me one day that even before all this thing happened, he said that I don't want to be sad anymore, so don't pick me up. Because I know if you're gonna pick me up, I've been counting days to play with my brothers, but I know that I only can see them one day, and tomorrow, the next day I have to go back, and it's very sad, and I don't want to do that again and again and again after 3 years. So there are many mixed feelings and reason maybe for him not to see me for the past 4 years, but there are other external factors as well. Definitely.
What do you say to your children if they ask where their elder brother and sister are? I mean, what have you sort of explained to them? Do they kind of understand?
Well, I'm lucky that my little heroes are still little. So I basically lie and saying that he is in school, because they are 7 and 6 now. Earlier they were much younger, so I just brush off the topic and talk about something else. And because even though they are 5 and 6 and 7 now, earlier it was easier to brush off, but now no, because how long can the brother and the kakak goes to school and not coming back? You see, explaining about the whole thing about different mothers and everything a bit difficult, and they won't understand anyway. So we just brush it off, but we always show them the video of their kakak and abang together. That one is a daily thing. That one's a daily thing, even though they didn't see their abang and kakak for 4 years.
How do your parents feel about not seeing their grandchildren? And
well, my parents know that I love them very much, so they're not sad about not seeing their grandchildren, but they're sad that their son doesn't meet the kids, so. But of course, my brother's kids and my sister's kids also asking what happened to them, but they are much older than my kids now. So their parents, my siblings did, my brother and sister do tell their kids what happened and everything. So, but no connection with their cousins. So I don't like the idea that my son and my daughter with my ex now is just cocoon in the house and with their own friends, and maybe my wife's side. Even my wife's side, she only close with the brother. Even the sister close with me. I'm close with my ex-mother-in-law. In fact, I don't call her my ex-mother-in-law. She's my mummy. And for the past 11 years, every week I go see her because I buy her food and pack. In fact, my ex-mother-in-law even blessed me marrying another one. Bless all my kids. But my 2 kids didn't see their own grandmother, both sides, and I don't like that, because there's no family environment that they grow up with. They're not being brought up in a family environment, It's just their mom and maybe with their mom's friends and whoever that close with their mom. So it's not enough. It's not enough for kids to grow up like that.
So are you saying that the kids then are isolated from your side of the family and also their own maternal grandmother and stuff?
Yes.
Is there a reason? Is there estrangement all around?
Well, of course, my ex not happy with her own mother blessing me, because I'm sorry for that, because I'm very close with mothers. So my mom, I'm very close with my mom. I'm very close with my mother-in-law. And I got few mak angkat in kampung and here and there in Kedah, in Johor, in Bandung, I mean that is kind of the environment that I want my kids to grow up with. The love doesn't have to come from your blood relations, Love comes from those people who love and care about you. And the more reason why I'm sad is that my son, for the first 7 years of his life or 8 years of his life, he only been taught that, you know. Hence why he can understand Punjabi, because his godmother is a Punjabi, and all the first 4 years of his birthday parties I organized with his family, of course, with our family. I also organized with underprivileged kids, Muslim, Hindus, you know, and Christians, you know, because I only taught him one thing, that is, there's only good and bad people. There's no such thing as different races or religion and so on. And Shah Rukh Khan helped a bit because he have this movie called My Name is Han.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That was the first movie that my son watched when he was like maybe 4. And he watched the whole 3-hour movie in the cinema, and you know, the Han and everything.
Yeah.
So he been grew up like that. So I hate the idea that he's rude to me now. He say nasty things about my wife now. That is his stepmother. He say he don't acknowledge the brothers now, where he was counting fingers to hang out with them every 2 weeks. So it's not my son. It's not how I brought up him. It's not him. Even when he was a little boy, I always teach him about caring for humans, you know, whether it's orphans or people are not on the street. Even whenever we hang out in Kopitiam, in Bangsa or Starbucks, whenever people want to sell me pen or blind people come, if I don't give $1, he will scold me. There's one time that there's so many people selling pen and everything, I just keep one. And after we had our coffee, our cakes and everything, he asked me to look for the guy who sells the pen. If not, he's not going to be happy. So I have to go and look around Telawi and everything and look for the guy I actually buy the bloody pen. And same goes to Semua House. When I pass by the people on the street, the beggars, I purposely pass just to test him. He was not happy. Then after the 4th beggar, he scolded me, and we go back all the way to the first beggar, you know, from Masjid India all the way to Semua House. So he's a caring person. He's a very nice person, and for that person to tell me I'm useless, to tell me, you know, mommy is right, you know, if I hang out with you, I'm just gonna be a useless bum, and all this crazy stuff is just too much for me. So I do not know whether to be sad or to be angry, but after all these years, there's no more tears to shed. I mean.
Well, it's, you know, unfortunately, children are the ones who bear the brunt of this, aren't they? And you know, angry and hurt people, right? Yeah. Have you, you know, would you like the idea of perhaps your children and you being able to have therapy, family counseling, to try and bridge those gaps?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, I can only do as much, you know, as a one person. So hence why we want to change the law, because it's been 7 years in the Sharia court, and there's not much things happening there. Maybe I'm just a statistics to the court or to the judicial system, you know. 7 years, nothing. And then 6 years ago, she won temporary custody. But what is temporary custody for the past 6 years, you know? If the court case could have just settled within a year, and we have shared parenting, I believe that 15 extra days I have every month, my son will be my son, my daughter will be my daughter, and the most important thing is they would be themselves. Because I don't recognize them. I don't think they even recognize themselves if I show them videos of who they were before, you know. So they just forget. That's it. So much of hatred.
Yeah. We can't talk about your case as it's ongoing right now, but perhaps you could share the toll this experience has had on you and your immediate family right now, with your wife and your kids and your day-to-day life. What's the toll been like for you?
Well, the first, well, it's been what, 7 years, 8 years now. The first 5 years, we left, me and my wife left my son and my daughter's room as it is. And almost every night, I can't sleep, and I just go to their rooms and just sleep there. And only 2 years ago, I convert my daughter's room to my twins' room, because they grew up, so they need some space. We have about 4 or 5 rooms here, but it's a big room. So only 2 years ago, I convert my daughter's room to be the twins' room, the boys' room. But of course, her things are all there. And my son's room, I still have all his Nerf gun on the wall. That's our Nerf guns. We have a big collection of Nerf guns. I think almost all. And he became my office, my home office. Of course, his pictures everywhere still on the wall. But I'm just sad that my kids are still wondering where's his abang and kakak every day, you know. So to as I said, the videos is the daily routine, you know. Either I play the video and they come and see next to me, or somehow they just check me or my wife's phone on the videos, and they just go through all the phones and everything. So yeah, so but it takes a big toll. It's crazy, but we go day by day and try to survive, you know.
How different would things be right now? I mean, has she moved on? Is she seeing someone? If she got together with some guy,
I mean, definitely. She, even the first few months, she already have a boyfriend and everything, and I even have lunch with them, with both of them, you know. I mean, somebody have to be a bigger person, you know. So for me, it's like when I had a chat with my ex partner last time. I mean, I told him I don't have problem with you, you know. My daughter seems to fond of you, and we are okay, you know. But as I say, there was 4 years ago. So when I send them to my ex-wife, either I send through the boyfriend, or sometimes both of them are there, so I just pass them and they pass to me. So it's like that. It's almost a routine thing. So I'm not happy with the meeting of my kids only 2 days in a month. But it's how it is. That's the law, you know. If I send 1 day late or 2 hours late, my ex would have report police already, because I took contempt of court.
right?
So, but that's the life. So I'm okay with meeting them twice a week, even though not daily calls. But it become bad when they themselves don't want to see me anymore.
I'm just concerned about how the father role in their life might change. You know, like, where are you in that?
Well, my son, of course, he's grew up, but my daughter, I didn't spend more time with my daughter because she was just 1.5 that time, you know, 2 maybe, and to her, yes, of course, that time when we were okay, I'm the father, you know, she's very happy to see me, you know, we spend time together, you know, whenever we can, but I don't have enough of her. She didn't grow up with me, you know. She grew up with her mother and the partner, but yeah, she doesn't have a real father figure, you know. When I met her recently, after 4 years, we had a second meet. I was very happy, but no more after that. So the second meet, she actually asked me, you know, why you left mommy, you know. I said, because I said, may I know why you asked me that? He said, well, yeah, mommy said you left mommy, so I lost my father. I said, why do you think I left mommy, but you don't lose your father. After 4 years we didn't meet up, but we are here now. Mommy is in front of you. I'm here. We have this lunch now. So who am I? I'm your father. I told her life is like a movie. Sometimes somebody understood the movie, some don't. And some confused about the movie. So life is like that. So now, to answer your question, that maybe for the past 4 years inside your mind that you lost a father, I'm sorry, no. That is one point of view that you had, and that's what your mom said. But your mom is in front of you now, and I'm telling in front of her that I'm here. But this is what I hate about the child not be able to grow up by themselves. Children are smart. With all the exposure now, children are smart. So don't disturb their mindset. They are smart. They can make. I've been practicing decisions for all my kids. That's why I respect my son's decision when he doesn't want to see me, even though I'm angry the first few months, because I just couldn't take it, because it's not him. I know it's not him, but it's his decision. So for the past 3 years, the first year maybe I still force him to talk to me. Right after that, I say, okay, enough, I don't want to fight. So the last 3 years, I didn't speak to my son. As I said, I speak to my daughter a bit here and there, but with all those cold treatments,
Mm.
Yeah.
Have you ever sought counseling? I mean, have you ever gotten so depressed that it's gotten to a very dangerous level?
Well, not dangerous, but dangerous maybe on my health, because I don't sleep. I can't sleep. I got insomnia badly. I only maybe sleep 3 hours a day for the past 7 years, maybe, and try to get more sleep if I don't have meetings on that day. But it's not been healthy for me. But I always try to find more time to sleep and more time to rest by playing with my kids now. They make me happy. I'm very fortunate, because some of the fathers, they don't have any other kids except for their of their own with their ex. So I'm very fortunate. And to pass time, hence why I do more things. I keep myself busy, and I go, and before the COVID, I go to Indonesia a lot every month, because I have my operation over there. I have my business and also my foundation over there. And yeah, so I miss my daughter very much, because as I told you, I at least I had a good 8 years with my son. I don't have, I can't remember any much moment with my daughter, because she was very young when she was taken from me. So hence why I told you that I adopt three kids, 3 orphans in my friends' orphanage houses. Just helping him out, sponsoring them every month as much as I can. And we have some project anyway with the orphanage houses. So and these 3 beautiful children, they are orphans from they are small, and 2 of them are good writers. They actually wrote. They are 14 and 15, but they had written about 14 books. No joke, because that orphanage house that I'm helping now is a literate powerhouse. So somehow my friend is the founder. He's a writer, of course. He managed to make all the kids love reading, love books.
So you're going to set up a publishing house then, in order
exactly,
to make some money for them.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I told them that I have a friend who owns an online ebook app, and some of these books we're going to make it digital. Yeah, so at least make money for the foundation. Yeah.
Right. Awesome.
So I make myself busy. I don't want to be sad all the way.
Understand.
Yeah.
Have you received any negative comments or stigma attached to being sort of estranged or alienated from your children?
Yeah. I mean, well, it's hard to say in the context, but I have mixed advice. One advice say that go and get them. They are Muslim kids. They're not been. We're not sure whether they've been brought up in a Muslim environment, especially coming from my mother. And maybe eventually I might win the custody battle because it's Sharia court. My ex-wife is a mualaf, is a convert. Somehow maybe I can convince that she don't practice. I can use all that strategy, and win back my kids. But with the current situation now, it's very hard for me to make that decision because will my daughter be happy being taken away from her mother?
Yes, it's sort of like the kids were ripped away from you, and now, are you going to be ripping them away from all that they've known as well?
I'm not going to do that, because I know how it feels to be ripped. My son was crying, telling me, "Pa, I don't want to go to mommy. I want to stay with you. I want to take care of you." Then the only comfort that I can give him when he was like 9 maybe that time, no, your sister is alone, so you have to take care of your sister for me, and I don't want you to be separated. Then say, but I won't be with you. He was crying like crazy in the car because he just cannot. Because he also thought that we're gonna get my daughter.
That must have been so hard for you.
And suddenly I said, no, actually I have to give you to mommy. He was like so devastated. He was crying like crazy, but whatever it is, that is changed. But if that time the court case is just 6 months, and the judge gives shared parenting, the love of my kid, the character of my kid, the personality of my kid would remain intact, because whatever that they had brought up in that 15 days, it will be neutralized with my way of bringing up a kid.
So you basically feel, I mean, in your experience, do you think that these family court cases are taking far too long, and they should be, for the benefit of the children, something that's a much more quicker process?
Yeah, I mean, I won't lose my kids if it just takes 6 months.
So the system's failed you as a father.
Yeah, so now if the judge asks my kids who you want to be with, they will say them out. Definitely, so even I haven't lost the battle yet, but my ex already won, and
it's the conditioning of all this time, right?
Yeah. So if it's just 6 months, and my son was still fresh, he was afraid. He was afraid that because we were so close, because we sleep. Everybody sleep together, even though they have their own rooms, but everybody sleep together. He sleep with his little brothers and twins and all that. So if it's just 6 months, he won't be sad. So sad became
disappointment,
mad,
sad,
angry,
angry,
yeah,
and hatred.
Like you abandon him in a way, right? Because
yeah. So he was telling me that, when long time ago, he was telling me that, can you do anything?
How do you explain to a kid that you're doing all you can?
Yeah.
Short of breaking the law, it's so hard.
And it's in a sense right now, it's an unfair playing field. You feel, isn't it?
Yeah, because I have to tell him that if I don't follow this court order, I'll be condemned, and I'll be going to jail. So I have nothing else to explain, And he's like, okay. So I just keep on comforting him, saying that, look, listen here. Whatever it is, you need to be the man of the house. You need to take care of your sister. You have to take care of your mother. So yeah. So I mean, even last time when he doesn't want to talk to his mother, I know he misses his mother, you know. So I told him, no, listen, you know, you don't have to be like this just to be on my gang or or my team, you know. So please just talk to your mother. So yeah. So but that's the thing. If my ex or who or whichever father's ex, you know, is a bigger person, can understand, can separate their hatred of the previous marriage or whatever happened separately, and being a continue be a parent, you know, don't mix it up. So she would also, I mean, my kids won't be saying things that that not the kids will say, you know. I mean, I can't say much over the air, but
yeah.
We understand.
Yeah.
So
I think I said too much.
okay. So, you know, what would you like to see happen for you and other dads in your situation when it comes to parenting and the custody of your kids? If you had a magic wand, like what?
Yeah, I mean,
what's the one thing that would make a difference?
I have give up because I don't want to be sad, because it took a toll on me. I can't do my work. I can't sleep. I don't want to be sad. I don't have a sad feeling in this house now. I got 4 kids, beautiful kids. I got 4 heroes. I have
It's unfair
my own,
to them, right?
yeah, I have my own Upin, you know. So it's not fair to them. So I want to stop this. So I actually give up, you know. So, and I was busy traveling anyway for the past 2 years, 3 years before the COVID, of course. And I make myself busy over there, you know. I got my work, I got my foundation, but of course, once in a while, and it's almost daily. It's not once in a while. It's almost daily that I feel sad alone, you know. And this have to stop. So, but if I lose my kids, my kid doesn't want to see me anymore ever. I just continue pray for them. But hence why I met this group, you know. I joined this group chat, so a bit nice to see other fathers also as having the same problem. Of course, it's
like
the
you're
same
not alone,
problem.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's there, but I don't want to be involved in that kind of group chat, because it's just gonna make me more sad and angry, you know. And I have a zen already. I already told myself, look, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If maybe they grow up later, they will come and say, hi, Papa. Okay, you know, I'm still gonna love them forever. But hanging out with these people that share the same problem or even worse, it's just gonna make me sad. But after a month, after less than a month in that group chat, you know, listening to all these people, all the fathers, you know, saying the same thing. Hence why I told my friend Malcolm that I just met in a group chat. I said that, look, I don't want to waste my time in this group chat. We all fathers. We know what we want. I have experience opening up foundation, association. You know, I've been an advocate for young entrepreneurship. I've been an advocate for OKU last time. I've done a few advocacy. So why not we form association for fathers' rights, where we will fight for shared parenting. Because in Nordic countries, in Europe, when a divorce happens, it's automatic. The court will give shared parenting until the other parent can convince the court that the other parents are not fit to take care of the kid. Why it's important? Because that's how a family should be, with both parents. If not for every day, then half a day, half a month, you know, half of the time. Yeah.
So what would your advice be to a dad who finds himself in the same situation as you found yourself many years ago when you separated, at the beginning of this whole road that you never could have even imagined?
Yeah.
What's the one thing you would say, the most important thing you'd say to a dad in your situation?
That's why we opened this association, Persatuan Hak Bapa Malaysia. We just got it registered last month. We want to tell this father that we are here. You don't have to be a member first. Just join our group chat first and just be a brother. we are here to listen to your problems, to calm you down, because the first thing that a father would react into these kind of cases, like how I would do, is react to the situation. They react. They got angry. They become aggressive because they have nowhere to express their feelings and their and their sadness, because sadness goes to anger and everything else, and it's not going to be good. Yeah. So we in our group chat, we have even suicidal fathers, you know, but they feel better, you know, they feel better talking to us, express themselves out. So I can't sleep anyway. So sometimes at 4 o'clock in the morning, we have this father rattling around, and I will just say, you know, calm down, you know, because we need to be stronger for our kids. You know, we never know the future. We can always think positive, because if we think negative, we be angry, we be emotional, we're not being alert, we won't find ways to solve this.
Yeah.
So now we tell them, look, we are not going to talk bad about our ex. Enough. We're not going to be like them. That's why some of our fathers are sharing their successful experience now, saying that their kids telling him now that they are happy with him in his house, even that one day, to compare with that 28 days or 29, 30 days in the mother's house, because that one day they are free. They're not being interrogated. No negativity. You know, we have parents sharing good things that's happening now after many years, after 5 years or 6 years maybe. The kid now telling their father, "Pa, you know what? I like to be with you more than my mom house, because there's so much of negativity there, and it's torturing them. It's torturing the kids. You know." So we want to tell fathers that, look, there is a success story. Look, in my case, I didn't see my daughter for 4 years, but somehow I managed to talk things over with my ex, and my ex gave me opportunity of that 45 minutes. Of course, after that, maybe no more. I don't know why she stopped. Maybe her friend tell her not to do that. But whatever it is, I saw my daughter after 4 years.
And you need to celebrate your small wins right now.
Yes, yeah, I have my own celebration, you know.
Yeah.
So, okay, the steps would be: get yourself a support group.
Yes,
you know,
important.
Look at the support group that's available here, yours as well, and don't lose hope, and just talk. Yeah. Talk about how you're feeling in order to process it, because men are never taught that it's okay to cry, never taught that it's okay to feel. And I think that is so essential, a service that, you know, organizations provide, when you've got a space where men can actually emote.
Yes, because not everybody can afford a psychiatrist or psychologist. Yeah, it can be expensive to some, and they might be shy to talk to their friends, because they are this man character, you know. Yeah. So and they're scared to talk about it, because they know they will break up. You know, they will break down. Definitely they will break down, because it's just too much for them. Yeah. So when you don't talk about these things, it's eaten you alive. It makes you a different person. It makes you very grumpy, you know. Yeah, and then you look at life differently. It's full of negative, where it's not. Life goes on, you know. So God has been blessed me with many kids. So I mean, and my ex mom-in-law is still with me. You know, I see her every week. Even my kids now with me, seeing my mom, the grandmother, the Indian.
Their adopted grandmother. Yeah.
Yeah, more than my own 2 daughters. I mean my 2 kids. So life goes on. Yeah, life goes on. This life is not about us. You know, life that we have now is not ours. You know, if the life is ours, I don't want to die. I want to be alive when Star Wars happened, you know, or when Star Trek happened. So life is not ours. The air that we breathe is not ours. We are just here for a while. So if life is not ours, why you worry about yourself? Why you worry about your own feeling? You know, so life goes on. So for me, when we set up this association, one day maybe my kids will come back to me, and we're all going to be big happy family, you know, including and I will find peace with my ex-wife somehow, you know, and everybody will be happy. But if it's not gonna happen like that, it's okay, because if it's not for me, it's for the other fathers out there, because it's very, very hard, because I know it's very, very hard for a father who just got divorced and been separated by the kids. It's very hard. So we are here to help. We are here to comfort. We are here to be a brother that he know we understand. Because sometimes you talk about this to a friend who doesn't understand, who doesn't experience. He can comfort you, but it's just gonna come here and come out here.
Yeah.
Because you say that you don't know. You know, some parents tell us that, you know, don't worry, you know, when they grow big, they will come back to you. I mean, we fathers, when we hear that, even we like to tell ourselves that, but it's not like that. You know,
it's empty, right?
You want to see your kids every day, you know, every hour, every minute, every second. So it's not easy saying that, oh, your kids, when they grow big, you know, they will know you are the father. It's not like that. So,
and ultimately, I think you're doing this, yes, it's for your rights. Ultimately, it's for the kids, because that's most important. And you know what? You're doing great work.
Yeah, I mean, talking about rights, I do have rights until today by court, that I can see my kids every alternate days. But as I say, 4 years ago, they don't want to see me. You know, so I don't know. I was even trying to force them to come and see me, but they're not happy. You know, I file in report, she file in counter report, so, and bring my kids to the police station. I don't like that. I told her, okay, stop it. Don't bring my kids to the police station and make a report against me. That, because I have a court order to take them. But if they don't want, okay, fine. Just don't bring my kids to the police station. It's not a good environment for them. So hence why I did not use my rights. If talking about rights, you know. So yes, I have a court order rights to take them every 2 weeks. The court order didn't say that it's on my kids have to agree. It's just my rights to take them. Yeah. That's the court order. But I didn't use that because my kid doesn't want. I don't want to. I tried to force, but it's, you know, it's not good. You know. Yeah. So I stopped. I just throw away my rights. So
again, because ultimately you are protecting your child, your kids.
I am, because I'm protecting their feelings.
Correct.
So if they don't want to be with me, so be it. You know, I don't want to do report and then my ex do another report. Oh, it doesn't end. So,
yeah, it doesn't end.
So talking about rights, yes, I do have my rights, but it's just disappear. If as I say, if the system is faster, because this is a serious thing. Okay, this is not somebody killed someone, you know. This is a serious thing. This is parenting. Parenting is very important. The kids need to grow up with both parents, whether they are together or not. So whether or not the system is as such, change it. You know, the family law in Malaysia is obsolete. You know, we was drafted maybe 50 years ago by lawyers who just want to be busy, not with their kids. You know. So, but we have loving fathers. They are loving fathers who want to be with their kids, you know. So how is it for them? I mean, they're not just ATM machines that you have to just pay for the bills, you know. They are fathers. They want to be with their kids.